What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike.
I'm John.
We're the DIY Topic Guys. On this channel, we give you guys an inside look at the hottest trending topics, making the most noise around the world today, and also a couple little topics here or there that we just like to have fun with. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about the FBI cracking down on crypto. We're also going to be talking about Facebook no longer silencing people claiming that the China virus was man-made. And we're going to be continuing on our journey down 90s nostalgia. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys subscribe down below, comment, interact with us, like, post notifications, all those things. Share the video, help us grow. Also, make sure you guys are following us on all the socials at DIY Topic Guys. Let's hop into this right now.
Here we are again, Mike.
Yeah.
We're talking FBI hacking crypto. So, for people that aren't aware, the pipeline got hacked. It was Keystone.
Something, one of those.
Some kind of pipeline. It doesn't matter. They got hacked. It set a terrible precedent for everything going forward, as you know, Mike. They paid the ransom. It's the worst thing you do. You never pay a ransom, no matter what. So they paid 75 Bitcoin. It was worth like $4.5 million at the time. It's worth like $2 million now. Supposedly the FBI got most of it back. They said they got most of the 75 coins back. It's like worth like 2.3 now. So like there's a lot of news going around saying like they hacked it. They didn't really hack it.
Sounds like they hacked it.
They didn't. They got it back, but they didn't really hack it. So it was in a hot wallet or a soft wallet. So that's not a hardware wallet or a cold wallet, as some people might call it.
Let me just stop you there. So you're telling me that there's a better place to keep your money after you came up with this elaborate scam. You did not think of a way to hold on to that money?
There was a much better spot to put it.
You took all the money, the hard work, and the ransom that you did, and you just left the briefcase on the train.
They basically, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's a great analogy for it. That is a great analogy for it.
Okay,
no, that's a great analogy for it. Yeah, no, they did not move it to a hardware wallet. There's a ledger for all of it, so you can see public transactions across. You can see all the transactions. They were following them all. So the FBI just followed across the transactions. They waited till they saw the roughly 74 Bitcoins lingering for more than a day or so. Then they went after who it was. The address was like it's something to do with something in California. It was registered somewhere, and then they got a judge to do something or other. But the fact of the matter is, they didn't put it into a hard wallet, and then they ultimately got the password. So they got the password for the guy's wallet. So they didn't hack anything. They might have hacked his brain, like they might have tortured him because the FBI doesn't want to say how they got the password.
So, I want to kind of shift this because all this is making me think, and big conspiracy theorist here, we'll have a big conspiracy theory episode one day, but is this a potential, look at me, I'm the government, look at crypto and what we're doing, and we're trying to raise gas prices and basically deflate the value of crypto right now, so I'm the government, I'm going to work with this pipeline, I'm going to hack you.
Oh, I see where we're going with
and
this.
Say that we're going to hack you.
It could totally.
And then the FBI is going to step in, and the FBI is going to be able to hack it back.
Yeah.
And then recover the ransom.
You're probably not wrong.
And then we're going to have articles written about it as well. About look at how bad crypto is. This will never happen with Bank of America.
They've done crazier things and admitted to it, but it's not. So it is theoretically possible, but you need quantum computing to hack them. And so it's very expensive.
But what if it was never a hacking situation to begin with?
Well, it probably wasn't. It probably was a conspiracy, because why wouldn't it be? Like, we didn't get any gas eruption up here at all.
Well, that is true.
Right? Think about that.
So, moving on to the next topic. Facebook no longer banning comments that COVID was man-made.
Oh my God, even fucking the left side of the country woke up.
So, back in March-ish, Democrats across the nation decided to throw down the gauntlet to all of our social media CEOs, Facebook, Twitter, and not social media, but Google as well, for search engine, basically saying that you cannot allow misinformation on this. So now all of a sudden, and I gave you a quote from our lovely President Joe Biden. President Joe Biden said Wednesday that he has ordered the intelligence community to redouble its efforts to find the virus's origins.
How does one redouble?
You redouble, John.
That's a new one for me.
But
Redoubling.
They need to report back within 90 days with answers. And he revealed that the intelligence community is split between two theories on how it actually began, and one of them is if it actually was from animal contact.
Because there's only two physical possibilities of the planet. Either evolved naturally, or we fucked with it and made it evolve. That's the only two ways it can happen. Like, so of course those are the only two. To pin off this a little bit, like the Fauci emails just came out and all that stuff, he openly said in there that, like, one, the masks don't work. Like, it's pointless in that kind of structure. Like, the regular surgical masks do nothing. And then two, he was saying that he was worried about that it came from one of those leaked labs, because the funding for the companies that he works with, they fund all those. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like it's like future advanced research or whatever like that. This like just basically the testing of where they make viruses stronger to see how we would be able to combat them later on. Stupid idea, very stupid.
So let me ask you this: Florida love bugs. How did they?
Oh. Let's just keep fucking with genetics. Let's keep doing it. They just did it with the mosquitoes. Let's see in 5 years we have mosquitoes the size of this microphone. Let's see what happens then. Because that's what's gonna happen. Or the males will just be able to like produce on their own then. They'll just become asexual. Because they start messing with genes like this.
So this sets a very large precedent of our First Amendment being kind of trampled on. The First Amendment has never been kind of criticized for you need to say the correct information.
You just can't yell fire in a movie theater.
Okay. But the First Amendment has never been tied to facts. Now all of a sudden misinformation is trampling on people's First Amendments.
You know what? You're 100% right, and I never really thought about it like that, but you're right. You used to be able to just say whatever, it didn't matter. You believe it or you don't believe it. But now they're saying, well, now they're trying to be the gatekeepers of all.
Right.
It's, talk about bad precedents.
China.
They're not, I mean, everybody's got a price, and China's got a lot of money.
Or maybe it's North Korea. North Korea's the bad one right now?
Yeah, North's bad, generally.
Alright, so we're going to continue back on happier topics. Not this particular one, but 90s nostalgia.
He's probably pretty happy. He got away with it, man. I'll tell you, as far as being happy with it.
So back in 1994, watching the O.J. Simpson trial, I know I was 6. You were probably still in your womb because you're so young.
No, yeah, it's like 5 and 1 in a month. No, it's so White Broncos. Really, I got to say, most people immediately know what you're talking about. It was the beginnings of probably a much worser trend for the media. You know, just like what's happening now, like 24-hour news cycle. Like that's kind of where it all kind of started. Where like, because like really, it's just a car chase at the end of the day from a celebrity. Like that's not
even
national
a car
news.
Chase. 14 cops are in this photo, and they were going at like a speed of like 30 miles an hour.
I'm sure there's tons of video of it. They're just like cruising down the highway. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I mean. So, the Juice, you know what? Whether he killed her or not, and the boyfriend or whatever, like, the dude was a great football player at the time, and he was funny in a bunch of the movies that he was in the later parts of his career. And now he likes to just talk about golf and stuff on Twitter. That's what he does. Hey, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter world.
That's all he does. Like,
hey,
so,
Twitter world,
you know, I mean,
truly.
the 90s.
Hey, Twitter world, yours truly.
Number whatever we're on right now. Talking on a cell phone the size of a brick.
Yeah, literally about this size, about the size of the beer bottle. You know, like, and then you had to flip open the bottom half.
Yep.
To get that going, and then the antenna. Yo, guess where I'm talking to you right now? In my car. Like, it was before everything. Like, before T9. You guys don't even know what T9 is, half of you.
Wow. T9.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ass. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, hole. Like, this is...
Yeah, that was...
the evolution of texting.
Yeah, I remember the first cell phone I ever saw my mom had. I remember we were at the mall, and she brought it out of her purse, which was massive, and basically took it out. Took forever to charge. Battery only lasted for like 30 minutes, but she was on that thing.
That's dude. When they first came out, that was the hotness, man. It was as big as a status symbol then as a lot of things are now.
Yeah. And to think you could only make a phone call on it. Now people have phones and they do anything but make a phone call on it.
You can watch porn now. Wearing plastic raincoats to stay dry. So plastic raincoats, if you're not familiar, we're not talking like Morton Salt plastic raincoat. We're talking like poncho, like ghetto, Disney, slide over, one size fits everybody except for the middle of America.
I guess it could be the Morton salt ones too.
Yeah, I guess theoretically, because that was more popular when we were younger, more so than now, I guess. But
So everyone basically, I remember wearing one of these. My mom made me wear one as I stood at the bus stop in the rain because she didn't want me to get wet. And I just remember being soaking wet because, the rain stays off of you, but you sweat.
dry on the outside.
You sweat so much, it's ridiculous. And I remember going to school and being so smelly and wet the entire day and hating her for that.
Yeah, you just smell like sweat and mildew then. You know,
Yeah.
like not like a fresh rain.
Yep.
You smell like a firefighter.
Oh man, the 90s.
The 90s. Well, that is going to cut it off on this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, we really appreciate it. If you're coming back, thanks a lot for the continued support. It means a lot to us. To recap, we talked about 3 things, as we always do here on this show. We talked about Facebook, I'm sorry. That was the next topic. We talked about FBI and how they are hacking crypto wallets. Sorta, more like hacking people's brains. We talked about Facebook now and how they're actually allowing truth to come out. And then we continued some more with our 90s nostalgia tour. Again, thank you so much for subscribing. Please comment, like, follow, post notifications, make sure they're on, all that stuff below. You guys know exactly what we're looking for. We will see you next time.